Welcome to the Awakening Table. We are Calliope and Petros, and we created this channel as a means to share our experience going through the dark night of the soul or a spiritual awakening currently, and doing this through open, raw discussion in a roundtable manner. We do this knowing others are going through it, and we hope sharing our experiences may help you with your journey.
If you enjoy our videos and content, please show us some love by hitting like and subscribe and the notification bell to be notified when a new video is out. Thank you. Today we'll be talking about doubt, frustration, and anger.
Oh boy, was there a lot of all three of those. Doubt, frustration, and anger.
Three of them all in one basket.
It's
crazy.
You'll feel it at maximum level. The anger you feel because you've been taken out of your comfort spot and thrown into this hell, or what feels like hell. Frustration because you just don't know what to do, where you're going, what you're doing, who you are, where you fit, what the hell is going on. And then the doubt is, can I do this? Is what I'm doing any good? Is it working? Is it, can I get through this?
Yes, I had a lot of doubts, a lot of frustration, a lot of weird anger bursts moments, which were horrible. It's like, even when you're by yourself, it's like, what's going on? Why am I feeling this way? You feel like an idiot.
Well, you feel like many things. Not so much an idiot for me, but more of just...
You didn't see my anger moments.
Well, from that perspective,
Lucky
sure.
happened.
But you just feel so lost and clueless, and that's angering because there's still that part of it that says, I have these dreams and these hopes and I want to get on with them, but it's hard because you're going through this transformation, which you didn't ask for, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't ask. Maybe we did.
Well,
we don't know.
in our physical existence, we didn't ask for it. Maybe our higher self planned it for us.
Yeah. I don't know what contract I signed, but I'm like, I'm not happy about this.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see my contract again.
Exactly, right now.
But, it's understandable because it's a massive interruption or disruption to your life. Because life, as you know, it dies, it goes. And that's very difficult. It can be traumatic. And it's like, how dare you, God, or whatever you choose to believe in, you put me through this.
Yeah, I'll be like, take my life now.
It's what it feels like. It's like, what's the point? But
because you don't know where you're going with all these frustrations, doubt, and anger at the same time.
But the important thing I found is that express what you're feeling. If you're angry, get angry.
Yeah, true.
Do it in a positive, productive manner. Of course, I'm not saying go out and start hitting people. But what I'm saying is, if you feel angry, get angry and say it. I'm angry. If you feel frustrated, feel frustrated. Acknowledge it, release it. And the doubt is going to be natural until you get better at who you are or going to be, and you connect more. There's going to be doubt. I still, to this day, have doubt.
Me too, sometimes, yeah.
But the difference is where once I would have said I have doubt, I would have come up with an excuse not to move forward. Now I say, yep, I've got doubt, but screw it. I'm going to move towards it anyway, whatever it is, of course. I'm speaking generally. But it's okay to feel what you feel. It's okay to feel those emotions. They're all part of it. And if you suppress it, that's where it becomes explosive, negative. It could even affect your health. So whether it's through a journal, whether it's through exercise, whether it's through just talking to yourself. I often sit out the back of our house, in our backyard, and just talk to myself.
I do that a lot. That's why I was like, when I was angry, I was doing that a lot. And I was like, oh my gosh, probably my neighbors can hear me. So I was like, well, it's done is done. But like,
that's right.
I have to let the frustration out.
Or it might even be just venting to a good friend, just venting, getting it all out, and saying, I'm pissed off. How dare the universe, God, whoever, put me through this? And this will happen even when you realize this is a good thing for you, this whole dark night of the soul business. But there'll be times where you're just tired, where you're just frustrated and over it, and you just want to be done with it, or just can't be bothered with it. That's fine.
Yeah.
It is all fine. Allow allow those feelings to come through you. Don't fight it. There's no point fighting it.
Yeah. It gets exhausting in the end of the day when you start to realize, whoa, this is not how I was before,
Yeah.
and then try and slowly transform that. There was like a time where I was like, patience, patience. You don't like
Yeah,
patience,
patience.
then patience. But yeah, there was a time where I was like very rushing when I was driving, and like if I need to look for car park and I had to wait for someone, I'll get very angry, or I'll start yelling or amongst myself or to the person for no reason. And then I said, okay, once I realized that I was doing that, I was like, okay, let me test my patience and then wait for, like, there was a lady with a pram, putting her pram away, a child away into the car. And I was like, that's okay, take your time. It's like trying that. So that really helped a lot. And I was like, that was one test passed,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So yeah, I was kind of glad that I could do that because it was like it was just getting ugly, it's not a good fit. Yeah. So
Because there's a difference between acknowledging and feeling what you feel and then letting it take you over. Right. So letting it take you over becomes a negative, and that's where you become reactive or destructive, whatever the case may be. But when you allow it to flow through, you're acknowledging it and you're saying, yep, I appreciate that right now. This is what I feel, and that's okay. And then you just go about what you're doing. If you need a timeout, you take a timeout. Otherwise, you just go about what you're doing. I found that worked really well for me, because I think quite often we either deny, suppress, or not accept what we feel, and it just becomes worse. Because we don't want to admit, perhaps even that right now I feel doubt, or I feel anger, or from frustrated, because of some connotation we put to it. We link to it. That some people might think, well, if I admit this, then I'm probably weak or not acceptable, or whatever the case may be. That's nonsense. Just acknowledge, accept, and allow the experience of what you're feeling to come through, and know it's okay. It's not going to last forever.
It's funny that you mentioned that because, like, there was one time I was with two friends and I was crying because I didn't know what was going on. So I was like, I just wanted to express what was going on to friends. And they were like, don't cry because it's a sign of weakness. And I said, no, it's not. I was like, no, it's not. I'm just expressing how I'm feeling. I just want you to know so that way I can release what's going on. And that way I don't feel weak. I just didn't feel weak. I was like, I think that's a silly thing to say. So
Yeah,
I acknowledged it to them. So I was like, no, I don't think it's weak at all.
it actually takes a lot of courage and fearlessness, even in the face of fear, to go through the dark night of the soul, and be committed to going through it fully and properly. So anyone that says to you it's weakness, just they're talking through their backside.
Yeah,
If anything, they're telling you they're too scared to do it themselves,
exactly.
and they want you to do this, to be the same way, so they feel better about themselves. Maybe I'm being harsh, but the point is that it's okay to feel what you feel, and to let it pass through you, as long as you don't let it take over you.
And it's a good release. I think it's a very good release. Crying's therapeutic can be, at times. So yeah,
Yeah,
and it's a feeling. If you need to let out tears, let it out because it's a
correct.
feeling. So and you actually acknowledge what you're feeling. So it helps.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. So, I mean, maybe you've experienced anger or frustration or doubt or all three. Um, what worked for you?
Yeah.
How was the experience for you? Let us know in the comments in a few words or so. Again, anything you share may help someone else watching this,
Exactly.
which is what this is all. Well, these videos are all about.
Yeah.
But important is to know that it's okay. You're going to feel things, uncomfortable things. You may even have uncomfortable, even despicable thoughts. It's okay. They're not reality. Just acknowledge them. Okay, I'm having this thought. I'm having this emotion. So be it, and just get on with your day.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you get too caught up in it, too attached to it, it takes you over, and that's where we go into negative realms then.
Mm.
And you don't want to do that.
So keep
You're
it
working hard
balanced.
enough as it is. You don't have to work your way
Yeah.
back from that as well.
It's all about balancing it. So yeah,
Yeah, balance. It's about acceptance as well.
acceptance. Yeah.
If we can accept the bad, it won't be as difficult necessarily, but the good will feel even better afterwards.
Mm.
Um, you know, you don't
Yeah.
have to do it alone. Remember,
You're not alone.
reach out
Mm.
to someone, reach out to us here if you want. But it's okay to have these uncomfortable emotions, feelings, whatever you want to call them. It's part of the process, and you want to let the process happen so you can get through it.
Mm.
Because the only way through to get through is to go through.
Yeah.
And by not accepting, acknowledging, and allowing your emotions and feelings, you're not allowing the process, so you're only delaying yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's pretty much all. Like, yeah.
If you got any questions, as we said earlier, pop them in the comments. Anything to share that might be helpful to the community that watches this, pop it in the comments below. But other than that,
Thank you for listening, and subscribe, put a like, comment, yeah,
share.
share whatever you feel.
We will
Yeah.
give you lots of love and prayer through the ether if you do all of that. And we thank you in advance for it. But other than that, peace be with you, and we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.